So tell us how you got into comedy when you're in Rockford, Illinois. Or did you while you were there?
Oh, no. I mean, I was, comedy is like...
You're an actor first,
if
right?
you guys wouldn't have... Yeah, I was an actor. If you guys didn't get into skateboarding, you might have got into comedy.
I'm in comedy.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Are you stand-up?
Yeah.
Where do you go up?
Everywhere. I'm doing Ontario Improv tonight and then going to the Comedy Store after it.
You're passed at the Comedy Store?
Not passed. I just do stuff at the Comedy Store. I'm still working on being passed.
You want me to put in a word for you?
Yeah, sure.
Will you call my husband and tell him it's cool to wear a helmet when he
If you get me
surfs?
passed at the Comedy Store,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
We will get your helmet a custom-made
I
helmet.
will go surfing with him with a helmet on and be like, look at this.
Yeah.
Look how cool I am, everybody.
We'll get your husband a custom-made helmet for that.
All right. So yeah, comedians are a lot of people who got like D's in conduct in grade school and high school, and you're kind of like trying to figure out what to do with your life. I was an actress, and then I was in New York for 5 years, and then I moved out to LA in like 2000, and I just started hanging out with comedians, and I was like, whoa, these people are like so much better than hanging out with actors. And then someone was like, you should do stand-up, and I was like, what? And I tried it at the Comedy Store.
And you
my
killed,
first
right?
time, fucking destroyed. Never had a set that good again.
The second time.
Did that happen to you too?
No, I've listened to interviews of you.
Oh, well, don't make me repeat myself.
Well, I just think it's interesting. I feel like when people do good and what it does to your ego, like you're like, oh, I knew it wasn't that difficult, and then you bomb.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god. I feel you're more accomplished and you've like done a lot of stuff, especially being successful before you did comedy. So I feel like you
I
could
was
handle.
not successful before I did comedy. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I had done like a Doritos commercial.
Oh, well, that's still pretty cool. Did you have a helmet on? But you
Dude,
bombed,
was it an
though, right?
actual Doritos commercial? Or
I
you
don't
just,
know, or like maybe a.
I don't know.
It was
I know, right?
some kind of commercial. I'm just saying,
You're not a
comedy really helped me.
You're just
forge-
being vague, so we can't go and dig it up. That's what.
That's pretty
I
smart.
definitely did a commercial. I don't know what it was for. Bud Light, maybe. But I had gone to acting
Wait,
school.
it could have been Bud
I
Light
don't know,
or
some snack
Doritos.
thing.
I
you
have
did
so
stuff.
many credits.
You did a lot of stuff.
I have more credits than Meryl Streep. That's not a good thing. That just means nothing ever went for more than one season. So like every single year,
It's still
there's
work.
like 10 new credits. She'll do like a movie a year. And
Yeah, it's still a lot of work.
yes, definitely a lot of work. But I'm so glad I'm a comedian. I love hanging out with comedians. They're the coolest people.
You're very good at it.
They're all very dark. That's what's fun too about comedians. Probably similar to skateboarders. Like, you can just talk to a comedian, then after about 10 minutes, you're like, oh, right, that's why you're a comedian. You didn't get enough love from one of your parents.
Yeah.
Is that like skateboarding? Like improvisers, they're very
I would say
loved.
that there are a lot of people, a lot of misfits in skating, and a lot of people who didn't fit in elsewhere, and definitely had challenging childhoods, and they've found this community of skaters that are
Yeah,
just
it's a
everyone's
community.
fucked up, and it's like, come on in, yeah, you're welcome, sure, whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah,
And that's what's, makes you able to keep going after 25 years or whatever.
So when you bombed the second time, what made you keep going?
The first time it was a very visceral experience. It was kind of out of body, actually, because I couldn't believe they were laughing.
Right.
Because I was not expecting it. And
Yeah.
it was the belly room, and it was a bringer show, and you know what those mean. It means, like, you bring your friends. I actually didn't have friends there, but it was a very supportive audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was so scared I didn't even tell anyone. But then when they laughed, like, it was almost like waves coming over me. But then I remembered my... hairdresser had given me an Ambien, so I think it was also like a pill thing.
Wow.
I don't really
did
take
you say
pills.
the pill?
The pill made it feel like waves.
But it made you feel like it was more successful, or it made you feel
More.
like I'm funnier. Like
It
I'm
wasn't even-
looser and I'm funnier
It was
because
just
of
like
this.
I can't believe like the people laughing in the right spots, because that's
I
another
see.
thing
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
used to school where people are laughing and you're like, wait, why are you guys laughing? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm being very disruptive and
Yeah.
asking weird questions. But them laughing in the right places, it just felt like a physical thing.
Yeah. I can
and
relate.
then the second time, I had a much bigger ego about it.
Right.
And I bombed, and it was like at a biker bar. I mean, it was like a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then when
But
I got...
you didn't know that. You're just like, how
No.
come this one didn't
Yeah,
work? 'Cause,
exactly.
Yeah, that's when
I thought I was great at this.
Yeah.
And then I remember I came home in my terrible studio apartment in Little Armenia, and I laid down face first on the bed, and I just remember the thought, like, okay, this is going to take a while.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I'm giving up.
Right.
And I feel so glad that that is what came to me.
Yeah, because
like,
that's the
What
go-getter
if
mentality.
that had been?
Yeah. And
Like you were like, yeah, right. Because that's the same with me. Whenever I bomb, it's like people go, man, you be all right. Like, don't just move on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit with it, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you gotta figure that out. You cannot let that happen again. What'd you do? How'd you do it? Why'd you do that? Was it your face? Was it the way you came out? Was it the first thing that you said? Like,
Right.
and then I'll work on it. I'm not quitting. I'm just gonna figure out how to not let that happen.
But what if that had been your first experience?
I wouldn't have done it again.
Wow.
Ever again?
I don't
Okay.
think so. Why would I? I'm
When
like,
you-
I'm bad. I thought I'd be bad at this. I didn't want to do it.
And it
Okay.
happened.
And I'm right.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So I feel like I got lucky. But then also that's where the camaraderie really came in. Like, you know, just hanging around comedians and Bobby Lee. You know Bobby Lee?
Yeah.
He had this thing up in his room, or maybe a friend. I think someone else had it, but it was like, it was a quote. It was like, you're not successful until you bomb 100 times.
Right.
And then there was like a calendar.
I'm
And
getting
the person was like marking off all the bombs. And it was like he was trying to get to the 100 bombs.
I feel like Bobby's like the Forrest Gump of comedy. He's just been in every era.
I don't
And
think he
everyone
would
has an
appreciate
experience.
that.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
analogy.
what a flattering thing to say.
I think he
about
would. I think
one
he
of
would
the-
like that analogy. I do.
he
I
been
stand by.
there?
I said what I said.
Well, you do not know Bobby Lee. He would
You
not like
should have
that.
him on.
He was.
He's been on.
Oh, okay.
We taught him
And
how to
I would have
ollie.
said that to his face, and he would have been like,
He was like in skate culture, I bet, because he
Yeah,
has
he-
like
yeah, pretty
good
good.
taste in
his
music.
brother ran a skate shop,
Stevie
Oh,
Weeby.
okay.
Yeah.
I love his brother.
and we
too.
taught him how to ollie.
Yeah, I said that.
And people still don't.
Do you want to learn how to ollie?
I've never even been on a skateboard.
Right, that's not a problem.
Okay, another comedy tip from Bobby Lee. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go.
He said, because you know when you get to the comedy store, they say it's not important that you're funny for 3 minutes. You just have to be yourself for 3 minutes. That's not Bobby's thing, but that's also a bit of advice.
Yeah.
And then Bobby tacked onto that, and he's like, try to make, because it's only 3 minutes. He's like, try to make them laugh before you start talking.
Wow, this is something
wow.
I really need because I'm about to audition for that, and all my jokes, none of them are 3 minutes. So the 3 minute thing to me is like really nerve wracking because I'm like, my shortest joke is 7, and I'm like, how do I make a 3 minute
Right.
joke? So now I'm trying to rewrite the way I tell because I'm a storyteller, and I'm like, okay, now I've got to be like 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, kill for 3 minutes. I'm like, dude, how do you set up? Like, I just got to come in with you ever think about this? And then, and it's a funny one. I'm like, I got to like redo.
You can do it.
I'm just going to do something funny before I say something. That's going to be my new thing. Maybe show my butthole. No, wait, that's Bobby.
Oh my
Take your shirt off. Oh, wait, no, that's Bert.
That's you.
Oh yeah, we heard that was you too.